Hello viewers, today I and my friends will be reviewing this book, Animal Stories, a delightful series of different chapters all put into one book. Some of them are full of action, others full of drama, but they all are enjoyable to read. So we're going to pick 2 chapters today that we would like to review on. The first chapter we will be reviewing on is Jeffy and Miss Amity. This is a story of a brave cat and how he realizes his owner, Miss Amity, is a burglar, and how he saves the people by telling the police and telling his owner that and explaining to his owner how burgling is bad so she won't steal anymore, and how he is a hero in showing honesty and showing something against stealing. So, Monet, would you like to talk about this chapter? What is a time in this chapter that you felt like they did a really good job in explaining?
Let me read the first paragraph that I love the most. One day there nobody seen Miss Amity and her little cats walking down the street to the library on Saturday morning. You would have believed that Miss Amity was a burglar. That was my favorite part.
Jeremy, would you like to talk about your favorite chapter in this book?
My favorite chapter is Jeffy and Miss Amity.
And why is that your favorite chapter?
Because Jeffy acted like a hero. He went to report to the police that Miss Amity was stealing. She was a burglar, that's why.
Monet, what was your favorite chapter?
My favorite chapter was also Miss Amity. Till Jeremy stole my line.
Thank you. So, both of you have liked this chapter, and do you think it is more of an action or drama, or what do you think is kind of the base of the story?
Drama.
Action.
So you two have very different answers, but I will share my favorite chapter. My favorite chapter is probably, personally, also Jeffy and Miss Amity, because it is the longest chapter, but I also feel like it really just shows a lot of different characters and different themes all in one story, and it's really put together well. So can we talk about the summary of this story? Jeremy, what do you think is a good summary for Jeffrey and Miss Amity?
To report when someone is doing bad stuff.
Like, that's something you learned.
Yes.
And Monet, what's something you learned?
I learned that some people who are very close to you might have very deep, dark secrets that you may not know.
Thank you. What's a setting that you thought, wow, that would be a really cool place to live, or wow, I would really like to live there someday as a person?
Jeffy's house.
Why?
Because it would have been a safe place since he already reported Miss Amity.
That's a very good answer. Good job, Jeremy. And you, Monet?
I would like to live in the forest where I can stay away from all the humanity.
Okay, interesting answer, but great job as well. So, what was a time in the story that you felt like really touched you, or really it seemed that it could kind of be a part of your life as well? Jeremy, would you like to answer?
No, you can pass it on to Monet since she said she hates everything.
Monet?
The parts when the mouse laid on the lion's paw, because it was so unorganized.
And how does that touch you in your real life?
It touched me how some animals just doesn't use their initiative.
Monet, that's so weird.
Hey, this is my opinion.
Some of the paragraphs I like was the paragraph, right, where it said, she was a neat and tidy and old, so cheerful and so polite. No one imagined that she had worn that little black hat all her life. Also the black knitted gloves and dress with the laced edge collar and the blue butterfly brooch pinned upon it, which must surely have been given to her on her birthday many years ago. I like that paragraph because it was kind of describing Miss Amity and how she, and different things about her. I like in books how it will describe one character in the book and then keep going on to different characters, but I like hearing how a character looked or how they sounded or more details about them because it can let you imagine the chapter more. So something I would call a setting, just in like kind of one paragraph, is it seemed like they were in a town or a small community with, it was telling about markets and the mayor's house, so kind of in a town, let's say. But I think we all agree that this book was very exciting. I mean, this chapter was very exciting.
Yes.
So my next question, and one of my last questions for this chapter, is what do you think that Jeffrey was being good to report Miss Amity? Do you think he was being, what is a way you could describe Jeffrey as?
As a hero.
As a hero. And why would you describe him as a hero?
For reporting Miss Amity of being a burglar.
Okay, and Monet?
I would describe him also as a hero because he did the right thing instead of doing the wrong thing.
That's great answers, yes. He was a hero. Another way to describe him was someone who cared for other people's safety. So to make sure that other people wouldn't get stolen from. Another way to describe him is someone who was honest or wanted other people around him to be honest and not to be burglars, right?
Yes.
So next we'll be reviewing the chapter The Lion and the Hare, a story from Botswana, which is a place in Africa. So, Monet, would you like to tell us the summary of this amazing story?
So this story is about a lion named Saul who was tricked by a hare named Mutla.
So yes, that is true. It's about how the lion gets tricked by the hare kind of tricking him and telling him, oh, you're better than this. Oh, kind of manipulating him.
Which gets him tired.
Yes, and kind of manipulating him.
Yes.
And Jeremy, can you kind of tell us a summary of the characters?
A summary of the characters. That Mutla was smart enough to trick the lion. And the lion would have thought better to know that it was just a trick.
Okay, I kind of have a different opinion in that. The hare is kind of the bad guy in the book because if he had just chose to make friends with the lion, and so the lion could help him build the house, and instead of him tricking him, so then the hare even would get more exhausted. And
I don't agree because the lion was commanding the hare, and that was not nice.
Well, because the hare told him to, the hare was talking, what would you like me to do? But I feel like the hare was
But the lion wanted to kill the hare
because he had
it.
tricked him.
Mm-hmm.
The hare was tricking him, and if he had just instead made friends with the lion.
Left the lion alone.
Yes, but if he wanted to build a big house for himself, he could have just made friends with the lion, so then they could go and make a house together. But instead, he had to deceive the lion, which isn't always being very honest, and it can lead to him being seen as a bad guy.
But before the hare tricked the lion said he's going to eat the hare, and so the hare asked the lion, what should I do for you? So he's not kind of a bad guy.
I don't really see in the story for where the lion wanted to eat him, except at the end when the lion was very angry at the hare. But I feel like in this story, in the end, the hare does win by tiring the lion out too much.
By running away.
And actually, Mutla insisted of him helping the lion.
Yes.
Wait, maybe they were just playing a little game because at the end, Mutla just wanted to save himself. The lion
He wouldn't have had to save himself if he hadn't tricked the lion.
The hare said he's going to bring meat for the lion. So next 1 week he did not come back. He just ran out of the city and was not seen again.
Exactly, but he wouldn't have had to have the risk of being eaten with the lion if he hadn't tricked the lion in the first place.
Well, maybe the lion was just not in the mood.
Okay,
Like Woody.
maybe we can go on to a different topic of the story. So, what was your favorite time in the story? What was like something that you were like, oh, I really love this part of this story? Jeremy.
When Mutla ran away for 1 week and did not return.
Okay, Jeremy, you're liking all the violent and sad parts. Why is this?
It's not violent.
You're just liking the parts where Mutler is being bad.
He's not bad. He's saving his own
Okay,
life.
Monet.
I like the parts when Mutla started tricking Tom. Not in a bad way, but because it was funny.
Yes, it started out being funny, but then in the end he kind of killed the lion. So.
Okay, so
He
the
did not
beginning.
kill the lion.
Beginning,
He made the lion tired.
which is bad.
That's not bad. Even you are tired.
Okay, let's stop arguing. And now I'm going to ask you about this whole book from chapter 1 to 10. How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel excited, sad? What emotion did you... I didn't. Okay. Surprised. Like all the chapters kind of came together to make you feel surprised?
Yes, because it sounded more like a mystery that I had to solve. And the answer to all the mysteries were quite shocking.
That is actually a very good answer. So, as we read 116 pages of this book. We didn't finish it, but I know we read from chapter 1 to 10. So,
we actually read 117.
Okay, whatever
I haven't read Heaven.
So, there is a lot of variety and a lot of words. What was a word in this book? Like a word that you liked in this book so far? Like a word that you really liked? Yes, Monet?
Majesty.
Majesty. Why do you like that word?
Because it makes me feel like this is a story about a queen or a king, which I love.
Very good. And Jeremy, what was a word that you really liked in this book so far?
I mean,
none of them.
Jeremy, you need to start giving more variety answers, but okay. So,
okay, wait. I actually made a mistake. It's not majesty. Actually, German.
why do you like that word?
Because it means cute hamster.
There were over thousands of words in this book. I don't know how one couldn't stand out to you, but I guess that's just
I knew all the words, that's fine.
I'm not saying that they were new words. I'm saying they're words that you really liked. I have one last question before we close up. So, what was a setting in this book that you really liked? Monet?
Well, the box, Minnie and the kittens, box. Mm-hmm. That's what I liked.
You liked that chapter?
Mm-hmm, because it was so adorable.
Great answer. And what was it chapter you liked?
Jeffy and Miss Amity, because the cat, I was interested because cats can talk, and this one was special.
What about Minnie? Exactly.
Okay.
That was just a book,
One of my favorite chapters is also the flood, as that one's called, with Minnie and her kittens. I feel like it has a lot of adventure in it, as you know. So let's close up. Bye, guys. See you next time. Thank you for watching our book review on animal stories.
Bye.
I rated 5 over 5.
Oh, God.